Pension Fund Regulatory and Development Authority has announced key amendments to the national pension system that's aimed at providing greater flexibility to subscribers from non-government sectors. My colleague Anurag Shah is joining us once again as he gets us the details of these new rules. Anurag, it's over to you. I believe that you have the ex-PFRDA chairman, Mr. Supratim Bandyopadhyay, to discuss on the same.
So complete revamp in NPS structure for non-government subscribers, non-government employees. So NPS exit rules made simpler for the common scheme, the older scheme and the new MSF scheme also. So for 80% of NPS corpus can be withdrawn as a lump sum at the retirement. So presently it was 60-40. At the time of retirement, you could withdraw only 60% and 40% you need to invest in the annuity. But now that limit is increased to 80%. And only for the 20% you need to buy annuity. For the small corpus, if your overall corpus it is of 8 lakh or less, then you can withdraw the 100% amount. Previously, this limit was of 5 lakh rupees. For the corpus between 8 to 12 lakh, up to 6 lakh withdrawal you can do, and remaining goes into the annuity. Now, subscriber can stay invested in NPS till the age of 85. Previously, it was 75. So this all changes applicable only for the non-government subscribers. For government subscriber, the 5-year lock-in is there, but for the non-government subscriber, the 5-year lock-in is also not there. So these moves are aimed to make NPS more flexible for the subscribers, because after the new tax regime, most of the subscribers are not showing that much of interest for the NPS. So PFRDA has tried to make that 60-40 rule into 80-20 rule. So now I'm joined by PFRDA former chairman Supratim Bandyopadhyay. Thank you so much, sir, for talking to ET Now, sir. Just what's your initial thoughts on this change from 60-40? Now it will be 80-20.
Now, my initial thought is that why it was 60-40 is that at least 40% goes for annuitization, and in that case, a good amount of annuity can be generated. Of course, 60% withdrawal, it was not mandatory. It was optional. So somebody had the option to invest entire 100% corpus into an annuity. That was also there. But what happens when you give this thing, offer to a person that you can take away 60%? Normally people go for that. So when it is increased to 80%, my only suggestion to customers will be that before withdrawing 80% at one go, kindly think about it, whether you require a long-term solution or not, or whether your immediate need is more. If your immediate need is more, and for that you need to withdraw this money, that is fine. But if you can really wait for some time, then better you go for as less withdrawal as possible, because NPS or UPS, whatever it is ultimately for giving a long-term retirement solution. And in a country where only 10-12% of people, they are in formal employment, who may have some kind of a retirement benefit in terms of pension. So there, especially for non-government sector, people should really think about it before withdrawing, because otherwise the annuity amount will become a very, very paltry sum, and with the kind of inflation rising year after year, so that will not take care of your post-retirement requirements. Because what happens now, people may live longer, but you require a lot of medical assistance and all that, medical facilities, medicines, going to a doctor for different kind of treatments and all that. So that consumes a lot of money, which is not planned at the time of retirement. So all these things have to be taken into account. Flexibility is always okay. Flexibility is okay, giving people more flexibility. But people have to choose wisely. That is what I think I have to say.
Year lock-in is also now removed. So what is the thought behind this? Because in NPS, usually we used to invest for the longer period, and lock-in used to help, or lock-in used to have a kind of a force, kind of a nudge to continue investment. And now that lock-in would not be there. So anyone who start their investment, they may withdraw at the early stage only.
Early stage only, and if it is a complete withdrawal, obviously there is some restriction is that in that case you can withdraw only 20%. 80% has to be compulsorily annuitized. I do not know whether any change is proposed there. So if the rule remains like that, at least there is some kind of a restriction. But there also, whatever you are telling, Anurag, that is absolutely correct, that at least that nudge, that positive nudge, that is required for people to think of savings for future. That is required because nowadays, a lot of people this simply survive on credit cards and all that. They rake up a lot of loans, and they are taking care of their current expenditures only, and even if they have to take a loan. So this is the only source through which you are saving for your future. And we have a survey earlier, and there it was told 50% of the people, they are telling, who are in the age group of more than 50 to 60, they feel that whatever they have saved for future, that will be consumed in 10 years post their retirement.
Thank you so much, sir, for joining our show and sharing the insight that what are the pros and cons of these changes, the revamp of NPS scheme for non-government subscribers.
So that was Anurag joining us, of course, with details on the revival and change in the NPS scheme.